Well, good morning, guys. We are here with little Levi, and it's time to feed him. How are you all doing today on this beautiful Thursday morning? Oh, it's beautiful here anyway. I hope it's beautiful where you're at. I just thought I'd come on and while I'm feeding Levi and talk with you a little bit, just get my day started. I've been sitting here enjoying the morning. It's cool this morning. Oh, I love cool mornings. I love them. I am dreading the summer so bad. This spring weather is awesome. It's not very often we have spring weather. Around here it's usually either hot or it's cold. It's very seldom we have the in-between weather. Very seldom. It's like one day it'll be cold, we'll be running the heater. The next day it'll be hot, we have to run the air conditioner. And it's usually that way back and forth until it gets hot and stays hot for the summer or gets cold. Of course, our colds are mild colds compared to up north. But for us, it's cold, and the humidity on top of it makes the cold feel like it's ice just piercing through you when it is cold. But the majority of our weather here is hot. But this spring has been wonderful. We have had days that has been not too cold and not too hot. Just like this morning, I ran the air conditioner all day yesterday. And I've been running it for the past 2 or 3 days because it's been hot. Hot enough, with the humidity that you couldn't go without the air conditioner because it gets stuffy inside. So we went to bed with it set, the air conditioner set like I always set it at night, and I set it on 68. And I like to be cool while I'm sleeping. So I set it last night and we went to bed. When we got up this morning, the thermometer said, I guess it's thermostat, whatever you want to call it, said that it was 66 in here. It was cool enough that we needed the chill taken out of the air because of the humidity. It makes that temperature feel really piercing cold sometimes. And but I didn't want to turn the big heater on because I knew it wouldn't be long. It would warm up and we'd be running the air conditioner. So my little fake fireplace heater, I turned it on long enough to get the chill out of the air. And then I turned it back off. And it's so pleasant. Oh my goodness, it's pleasant this morning. And I love this temperature. I love this type of weather. That's one reason I love fall the most. Fall is my favorite season because you've had this hot, humid summer. And so the air starts changing. Although it don't get, like I said, we hardly ever have, we might have a day or two here or there where we have the in-between weather, but it doesn't last like for a spring season or a fall season. It's only a few days sporadically, out through the season. But I love fall because we've been in the hot, humid summer, and so the temps are cooling off and it's not as hot, and then it's just you know, the leaves are changing. Of course, we don't have a whole lot of trees here. We mostly have evergreens. We do have a few trees here and there, like on the highway. You pass sections that there's trees that the leaves would change colors. We don't have a lot of color change down here. But fall is just, you know, it's usually a good breeze all the time, and the air is cooling off, and it's kind of like refreshing from that humid, hot weather. But this morning is just, oh, I've just been sitting here praying and looking out the window at the beautiful sunshine, and it's cool in here, and oh, it's wonderful. Just wonderful. And I'm feeling pretty good today, so I'm glad for that. And when we get Levi fed here, we're going to go to the craft room, and we're going to get some crafting done. I have really been enjoying crafting. I had gotten out of it, you know, I've told you that before. I had gotten out of it for a couple of years because of my health, and, you know, there was just the type, you know, I was scrapbooking. I was doing scrapbook pages, and I would have to think on it, you know, and get me a plan what I was going to do with it, and I'd get started with it, and there was constant interruptions, and I was constantly having to, you know, because when I come back, I forgot what I had planned, and would have to replan it out, and it just got to where it was more stressful than stress relief. And so I had just completely quit crafting, got rid of all of my crafts, most all of my, I mean, I had very, very few small paper pads, you know, scrapbook paper pads left. Got rid of all my inks, all my stamps, all, you know, my dyes. I got rid of everything. And for about 2 years, I didn't craft at all. And so lately, I kind of occasionally would do like a glue book page or something like that. But lately, I have just really been into it and enjoying it and loving it and wishing I had more time in the day to get more done, because y'all know time flies. Oh my goodness. Are you leaking on me, baby boy? Maybe not. Don't you be spitting your milk out on me. Don't you be spitting your milk out on me. Mama should have got a burp cloth, huh? Yeah. Are you about through? You about through, my man? Okay. Well, tell him, hey, Macy. Tell him, hey, I was fixing to burp Levi. I was fixing to burp Levi. What you doing up here on me? Huh? What you doing up here on me? You gonna tell everybody, hey? Huh? You gonna tell everybody, hey? Look at the camera and say, hey. Oh. Look at the camera and say, hey. Hey, everybody. Quit. Ah. Oh. Mama's got to burp Levi, okay? Mama's got to burp Levi. Yes, I do. Mama's got to burp Levi. Yeah, yeah. I figured I'd just give y'all a little bit of something different today. Instead of just a regular old changing video, I figured I'd come on and just let you see a part of my life. The real life. The real what I do. And Levi and all my babies are a part of my real life. This is what I do. And this Macy is what I have to put up with all the time, all the time, all the time. She is on me. If I'm sitting down where she can, she is on me all the time. I get so tired sometimes. I just get so tired of dealing with her. I do, because she's not happy if I'm not playing with her. We're going to get Auntie Tana. We're going to get Auntie Tani, and we're going to whip her for giving you this. Actually, Tanya, I love it. She loves it. I just pick on you. And hubby just picks. He said, apparently she has it out for you. I said, why is that? He said, giving you all them squeaky toys for that dog? She must have it out for you. But no, we excited about it, and Macy loves them. Macy loves them, but I don't know why. I don't know if it's the way it's shaped. I don't know. She does play with the other ones, but that ice cream cone is her favorite, and she has to have it right with her all the time. And she might go grab one of the other ones and let you play with it for a few minutes, but then she's right back to that ice cream cone. I don't know why she loves it so much, and I wouldn't take it away from her for nothing. Because Mama's a kickover like that. Yeah. Mama's just a kickover like that. Yeah. Mama loves her baby. And Mama spoils her baby. Yeah. That's why her so obnoxious. Is that the word you would use? Obnoxious? Because she's spoiled. She knows Mama will give in, and she can just push me over anytime she wants to. Yeah. 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 Ooh, woo, good girl. You caught it. Good girl, you caught it. Good girl. You caught it. Yes, you did. Well, guys, I won't hold you too long. I really don't know what to say. I hope you're hearing me, because I've kind of got a bigger, wider angle for you to look at instead of just looking at me. I had several comments on my last video that was a wide angle like that, and several people said they liked the wide angle, and being able to see the other parts of the nursery. So I thought this morning for my video today, that's what I would do, is give you more of a wider angle and just sit here and enjoy the morning, and kind of like you're visiting with me, just sitting here visiting with me and watching me play with Macy. I almost called her Ringo. It was almost out of my mouth, and I caught myself. My very first Boston Terrier, years ago, we had him from the time it was a boy. We had him from the time he was 4 months old. My husband's niece gave him to us, and he was with us until he passed. He had gotten cancer and passed away. I'm thinking he was with us, I want to say somewhere around 13 years. He was with us. And he was my baby. He was the first dog that I had in my house after being married. I was raised with a Chihuahua we named Tassie. We got her when I was 7 years old, and I was married and gone before she passed away. She was old. She had got the way, well, she actually got killed. The way it happened was she had gotten so old that she couldn't hear and could barely see, and Mama had let her out. I wasn't, I was married and gone at that time. But Mama had let her out to go do her job in the morning time, and it was a cool morning. And so she went and laid down on the pavement right at the edge of the driveway, basking in the sun. Her being old and arthritis, that probably felt good on her. Well, Mama said that she happened to be looking out of the window or out the door. She went outside for something right about the time it happened, that she watched the guy. He was coming down the road. It was in a little subdivision, They should have been driving slow and being careful and all that. But she said she saw the guy purposely swerve toward Tassie. And he hit her and killed her. But, normally he probably was used to dogs jumping up and moving, He was probably a young guy. But because Tassie couldn't hear, she didn't know a car was coming. And Mama said he watched that guy swerve toward her and hit her. And that was really sad. But then after I got married, my husband never was they didn't, as he was growing up, they didn't have dogs in the house and stuff like that. And so it was, years of marriage that I didn't have an inside dog. And so finally when, actually I had one first. I had one. It was a mix of Dachshund, Dachshund, whatever you want to call them, wiener dogs. It was a mix, but I had gotten it from my son. They had a little dog, and it had a litter of puppies, and they gave me one. And it was kind of a situation at the time that my daughter-in-law was talking to me that she had named her dog, I can't even remember that dog's name, but her mama had one from that litter that she named Nacho. I can't remember my daughter-in-law's dog's name, the mommy of the bunch, but all of them were named a food, and I wished I could remember the mama's dog's name, but I can't remember it. So my daughter-in-law said, you ought to name yours a food, since all of us have ours as a food. And so I came up with Cinnamon. So because she was brown and had like strips of black mingled in with the brown, and she just kind of reminded me of Cinnamon. And so I named her Cinnamon, and I had her in the house before we got Ringo. But then my niece gave us Ringo, and he was a full-blooded Boston Terrier. Well, the problem with Cinnamon was she was house trained. She never used the bathroom in the house until. She didn't do it when I pet her, but my husband could pet her, reach down to pet her. I don't know if she was so excited. I don't know what it was, but every time he pet her, she would tinkle on the floor. And so after we got Ringo and got him trained and fixed and everything, we decided to make Cinnamon an outside dog. She loved it outside anyway. She loved my husband. She loved him. And she loved to go outside with him. And I'm going to tell you about another little thing with her in a minute. But she just loved him. So we fixed her. We had a screened-in porch. Was it screened in? No, it wasn't screened in. It wasn't at this house. Well, it was just a porch. It was fenced in, but it wasn't screened all the way up. We had rails and had a little gate and a walkway out to the church. It was the trailer over at the church where we was living. So we let her fixed her a bed there on the porch, and she would come in occasionally, you know, when she wanted to, but she didn't just stay in the house. She loved it outside, and she loved to be out there when hubby was home, working around outside. And so we made her, you know, we let her stay out on the porch or roam around the yard or whatever she wanted to do, you know. And we did pin her up during church time. You know, we there in the churchyard. We pin her up during church time. But anyway, so Ringo became my inside dog, and he really became my baby. And it, you know, he was my first dog after getting married that you know, he was totally an inside dog. He was, you know, I treated him like my baby, just like I do Macy. And I had him for 13 years. Well, then he, like I said, he had cancer and passed away. And then our brother-in-law, my brother-in-law, my husband's brother, gave us Macy. Of course, she was already over a year old when we got her. But he gave us Macy. And for a long time, I would call her Ringo, you know, because their markings on their head was a little different and all, but both Boston Terriers. Macy is bigger than what, taller and longer than what Ringo was. Now, Ringo was fat, but Macy is taller and longer than what Ringo was. But I still, you know, because I was used to Ringo, I called her Ringo for the longest. And every now and then it'll come out that I almost call her Ringo, just like just now. I almost called her Ringo. But back to the Cinnamon thing I said I would tell you about. Cinnamon loved riding on the four-wheeler with my husband. She, like I said, if he was outside working, she was right there with him. She loved him. And she's, I'm sure, passed by now because that was years ago. We got rid of her before she passed. Regretted it afterwards. But anyway, my husband was building our walkway, or he was doing something outside on the porch. And he had gotten him a cup of coffee. And I think it was when he was building the railings around the edge of the porch. And so he had got his coffee, and he set it down, you know, there on the porch where he was working. And he went on about his business. And so he come back to get him a sip of coffee. And there was no coffee in his cup. Or either he turned around. He might have turned around and caught her in the act of it. But he had set his cup of coffee down there. And when it cooled off enough, Cinnamon went over there and drank his coffee. He could not set his coffee cup where, I've never known of a dog that would drink coffee. But he could not set his coffee cup where Cinnamon could get a hold of it. Because as soon as it cooled off enough, she would drink it. And it was so funny. It was so funny that she had drank. I think he caught her in the act of it. But he saw that she had drank his coffee. And we can hold our cups up to Macy, and Ringo was the same way. We hold our coffee cup up to them and say, "You want some coffee?" And they, both of them, she turns her head. Don't put no coffee cup. I don't know if she don't like the smell of it or what, but don't put that coffee cup up by her. She's going to turn her head away. But not Cinnamon. Don't you set your coffee cup where she can get it, because she would drink it. Macy, we got to let these people go. They're probably tired of hearing us. You know what? They are probably tired of hearing us, Macy. We got to let them go. I just thought I'd do something different. Make it a little interesting, maybe. Maybe make it a little interesting. But this is what I put up with all the time. If I'm sitting where she can get up in my lap. And I have to be careful with my babies. Because she'll scratch them, not meaning to, but you see how she's got her paw on Levi's hand there? She's holding on because there's not a lot of room up here. And I have to be careful that she don't scratch their vinyl. Don't get his face. Don't get his face. He has enough of scratches. He don't need your help. He's got enough of scratches. He don't need your help. Mama's got to go get to crafting. Mama wants to go get to crafting. Yeah. Mama wants to go get to crafting. Sure. You spot rotten doggy. You spot rotten doggy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You a spot rotten doggy. Alright, guys, I'm going to let you go. I just thought I'd do something a little different today. I don't know. I may come back on later with a change in video. I don't know. We'll see how involved I get in the crafting session. I'll probably have a video up of some crafting I've done on my craft channel a little later on today. So anyway, I'm going to go lay Levi down, let him take his morning nap. And we're going to go get to crafting. You are a mess. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let me go lay Levi down. He's ready for his nap. Yeah, I mean, he's ready for him nap. Yeah. Let's go lay him down. There you go, baby boy. There you go, baby boy. Put your elephant behind your back to support you. Yeah. Oh, Mama, sweet baby. Yes, you mean. I know it. I know it. Him is Mama, sweet baby. Him is. Yeah. All right, guys. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And I will talk with you later. Bye.